Hi folks, welcome to my humble homestead in the forest, and today the treat I have for you is one of my 3 patches of blackberries. I always forget to ask you if you can guess what it is. They're from the Rosaceae family, and like roses, that's the wild ones. They have 5 petals, if you can see. I'll bring the camera closer so you can see. And these flowers are darling of flowers, just beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. And each flower, put my glasses on, see how many I have here. On this one stem, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 flowers. Oh, one's dead. Okay. Tiny buds. And they're all going to be... Oh, yeah. I knew when I was doing my count, I have an enormous patch down on the north side, and so it's so big that I can't believe I forgot it. It's so big. Maybe I'll make a video of it, of me harvesting. It's so big that alone can fill a decent segment of our chest freezer, just by itself, that patch by itself. They are absolutely beautiful fruits, as you've seen the berries. Now, my understanding is that each part of the plant can be used, and you can, if you're using the leaves as tea leaf, like from the family of, they're from the family of raspberries, which I also have here. This one here is a raspberry. It's best if you can pick them in the springtime, just like dandelions or raspberry tea leaves. They're at their most powerful and potent. But if you can't, then for some reason you may not have it at home, and maybe you might see them in a trail somewhere. Then try to maybe pick the fresher ones, and as opposed to the big established ones, or the really big established ones that can get not leathery, but they're okay too if that's all you got. But make sure, like I said, with everything else that I mentioned, that you pick them not from so close to the road, because the particulates that are in the air, the pollution, whatever, could, especially after rain, it can wash down and land on the leaves, and then get sucked in through the leaves somehow, however amount of it, and then you're going to drink it. You can make tinctures out of the leaves with a high proof vodka. But I can't stress this enough. If you're going blackberry picking, either not wear short sleeves or put a long sleeve shirt on you just for that, however length of time that you're out picking blackberries. Not because you're going to get stained, although you could get stained, sort of like mulberries. But the fact is that their stems, and sometimes even their leaves, but particularly their stems, they sort of like grab onto you. They have like a hook-like thing, and and you can only get out of it one way. The same way that they hooked on you, you got to go back, and nobody wants to go back the way they came. So it hooks on you, and if you try to fight it, you can try, and it'll gouge you almost. And they're so tiny. You think, how can a tiny little thorn, and it's not like roses where the stems are covered in thorns. They're like here and there, but they can really hook onto you like a fishing hook. Obviously, with the berries, you can do all kinds of things, jams, and put them in your smoothies. You can dry them. You can freeze them like we do, and then add to different things. Pies, and you can mix them with raspberries and gooseberries. Not gooseberries. Mulberries. The color is amazing. If you ever have even bad ones that maybe they're wormy or maybe past their prime, and you still want to use them for something, you can. You can make like a tint or a stain that they really stain well. For wood, you can. I'm not sure. I've never used it for wood, but if you have something white, like a T-shirt that you want to use natural dyes on, or if you have yarn that you want to use natural dyes on, you do really need really hot water to make it set, or else when you wash it, it might come off. The dye might come off. The roots, I believe, are useful too. I do have a video on how I prune it in the fall and in the spring. You can tell when it's time to prune, because all of these, as an example, if you're able to see, this is a fresh, beautiful, healthy, super healthy cane. These are called canes, just like raspberry canes. Thick, and this is going to fruit not this year, next year. Obviously you can tell, because if there's no flowers on it, it's not going to flower, it's not going to fruit. And the leaves are glorious and so young and healthy and beautiful, just like I was at one time. And but the second year, you can see how the color of the branches change. If you can see these two, one this year, one next year, one this year, one last year, and it's gotten a little bit more woodier, even though it's half the diameter of that one. And that's only because they're getting established now. Eventually, they will all be as big and that other patch that I have on the east side that I mentioned, they're really well established. They could be, and some people see them as, I guess, I don't want to, I hesitate to say, let me see if I can find a word that can meet halfway. If the word comes to me, I'll say it. But I mentioned to you this year's cane, last year's cane. Now, if you go back, there isn't anyone from the year before, because I've already pruned it in the springtime. If you go back to the previous year, it's really woody and hard. It's actually, I don't even know if it would have on those, just like raspberries, I don't even know if they would have any leaves on them. So it's best to prune those at the end of in fall or spring, so you don't even have to worry about going into them, because even if you don't, they just, what you want is as little as you can, just like here, lots of air going, air movement going through, lots of sun getting to everywhere. That's what you want. So if you have a dead cane, or 5 or 10 or 20, then they stop the air, the flow of air. I'm not even talking about chi, I'm talking about the flow of air, and they stop the sun from, eventually, all those canes add up. Eventually, they stop the light from hitting the fruit wherever they are. Sorry, I couldn't find another word for invasive, but some people see these and raspberries as invasive, and maybe they are, I don't know. But we have a small property here, 44 acres, and we're only really on 1 acre of it, and the other 43, 42 acres is all wilderness and woodland, and so left to be rewilded. And so we don't even go there. We don't even go in there, visit it, walk it, anything. It's just left to the wilderness. And so if it is invasive, so be it. We have this space, and the fruit is good, and we share it with our friends, the leaves, everything. One last thing before I go. Anytime you hear black anything, like in this case, blackberries, black currants, what else is black? I can't think of anything right now, but there are other black ones. And then you come to caps and blueberries, and then so the darker they are, the blacker they are. My friend Woody. The darker they are, the blacker they are, the higher in antioxidants they are. Now, if you live somewhere like I do in a colder climate, so their skin is thicker, so they're higher higher concentration of it, as opposed to somewhere that's more like a four season, or maybe even California, wherever that's warmer climate. Their berries, their whatever that has antioxidants, it has lower antioxidants as opposed to somewhere that's colder. If you're in a store and you see two separate packages, if you care to read the label to see where it's from, be it blueberries, blackberries, black currants, whatever, see where it's coming from. If it's from a northern climate, you can be sure that if it's the same price, you can be sure that you'll have more antioxidants in the fruit that are from a colder climate. Anyway, I will make another video of me harvesting, especially from the east side, if I can remember. And that's right now, we're at the end of June, so that would be for probably not for another month. For one, they haven't even fruit, and when they fruit, the fruit's big, but you might think, what's big? So it's ready to go. You have to wait till they go black. I mean, they'll be a beautiful maroon or burgundy color, but they're not ready. As big as they are, they're not ready. You have to wait for them to go back. I know, resist the urge, but